Childhood OCD, why do employers need to understand it? Video 3. Hi, I'm Julie, author of Mind Monsters, books for younger children to help out younger children stand up to OCD and anxiety. And in this video, I'm going to explain the third reason why it's important for you as an employer or a manager of a company for that matter to understand childhood OCD. And that is because, as I said in the last video, children with OCD are normally highly intelligent and creative children, meaning they'll want to go on to some sort of high-flying career. And OCD will do its utmost to try and stop that child from trying to be able to achieve that. It will put all manner of hurdles and challenges in where it'll get them to avoid school, avoid going to university, and ultimately avoid them getting the career of their choice. Now, even if a child is fortunate enough to be able to manage the symptoms in that it's no longer controlling their life and they're having a normal life, OCD has a nasty habit of creeping back in as other themes, especially with anxiety peaks. So even as an adult, it is a case where most children who develop OCD are still managing some symptoms as an adult, and that is why it's really important as an employer to find out what OCD is, how it operates, and to offer discreet support. And I can't stress enough how important the discreet bit is of this, because if you have an agreement in place between each other, it can mean that adult who's now still got OCD being able to get into the workplace rather than avoiding going, just with a bit of discreet support. Because, for example, they're never ever going to want to tell colleagues that they've got this invisible voice in their head telling them what to do. So it might be that you as a manager or an employer need to have something in place whereby you're both on the same page, explaining a plausible excuse, another reason why it could be why you're arriving late or taking leave at short notice. Now, some of the challenges an adult with OCD might have can include things like they could be compulsively checking, they could need to check doors or windows or check that appliances are switched off. That can be challenging for an employee, especially if they're the last ones out and got to do all the locking up. Now, you as an employer could either just make sure that you don't put them on the rota for locking up, or you could make sure they've got a colleague with them so they're never on their own doing it. Or you could just come to some other arrangement whereby maybe they could change their hours of work and so they're not there at locking up or opening up times. Another thing that they could be doing, they could have what we call a just so perfectionist OCD, where everything has got to be symmetrical or in a certain order, or everything's got to be perfect. And again, just with a bit of discreet support, just allowing them maybe to have a little bit of an extra time to do a task, or make sure there's no other employees around when they're doing a task that's likely to trigger this type of behaviour, can make all the difference for an adult with OCD in the workplace. Hope these videos have helped. I'll pop the link into the other two videos I've made on how employers can help and support childhood OCD and adult OCD in the workplace. Meanwhile, don't forget to like and save this video, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss similar videos I make raising awareness of childhood OCD and how it can manifest into adulthood.